that they could ask for. You have new compound to end as well, which I've seen some good work out of them in series past. So I feel pretty confident with Navi's veto. I mean, again, I think they have all the pieces in the server. Now they've got a pretty favorable veto as well. I think it's their job to just kind of put their money where their mouth is, put this one over the line, and look towards the playoffs after a pretty impressive group stage for me so far.
Well, keys are on the line, tournament life is on the line, and a position in the playoffs is also on the line. Whose key will still be standing and whose is going to be crushed? It's a best of 3, remember, between these two teams in this decider match. Are we going to get an upset? Can Vicious maybe surprise us all, surprise the entire CROSSFIRE community here, or will it go to regular scheduled planning as NAVI, the favorites coming into this one, perhaps looking to see if they can just assert some domination before we go into quarterfinals, as we are ready then to jump into map 1. Let's enjoy this one, everyone. We've got Penguin and Paladin to cast it all.
We had an absolute banger of a decider match to start off the proceedings for our third and final day of this group stage. Are we in for yet another is the real question. I'm Paladin, joined by Penguin here in our first map of play on Black Widow as PBZ. It's a little frisky on short.
Yeah, and AKX just loses his life. Now, Navi just starting slow on this map. Beautiful shot from PBZ. Big damage on JV. It's just checking if there's any flashes to be thrown. He's playing a bit aggressive on Cat, and now he backs up. His damage can do. Ooh. The damage that he can do is the EBR, but look at this, the push. Ice Cube gets one. LKK just to trades the first kill, but JV is just alive. He's trying to fight. Nevis just gets one more, and it is the first to hit. Vicious just gets the first one.
Again, fragging by committee and becoming better than the sum of their parts comes Nevis. 1-0 start here for the Vicious. Trying to set the expectations here that this is an even footing fight. It doesn't swing one way or the other, and the Vicious have a shot at causing an upset in this deciding matchup in Group B.
Yeah, now changing the game plans and a full commitment around bridge now from Navi. Gets the control. Nobody's damaged. But again, slow play from Navi. Juan is just single-handedly waiting on barracks, trying to find any mistakes that can be done. LKK is just watching the cap push. Navi is just not approaching anywhere, and Ice Cube just snaps LCZ while he was just testing, checking the B side, and now LKK just finds himself in mid. Good smoke by PVZ can slow things down. I'm not sure if this was the right side for them. C4 is moving through B connector to the box room. And LKK is just the first one to lead the charge. Ice Cube is an aggressive angle, just watching the smoke entrance. And a backup smoke into the doors is going to be coming from JV, and the push is about to happen. JV, LKK, everybody from Navi is just here. They're trying to hit the side. Ice Cube is still alive behind the double boxes, gets the first. Origami just doubles it down. Juan just finally sees trade. JV just trying to find the kill. Both of them just whiffs their shots. They have very low HP, and finally the flank is here. J-Lo is one. J-Lo is another. Nevis just gets the kill with the nade, and Vicious starting very hot and strong on this map.
Yeah, even if you don't have that star player, everyone holds their line, carries their own weight, and still be able to notch some rounds on the board. And right now, everybody off the mark for the Vicious. On the other side of things, it's pretty silent from some of these players on Navi. Not that explosive team that we saw in the opening few days of this tournament. And perhaps the Vicious have a little bit more gas left in the tank here at EWC. Who would have thought? This team with very low expectations, looking to dash the hopes of the Brazilians who want to join their other two compatriots in Liquid and Rock Esports.
Yeah, and honestly, Vicious is just leaving the full map to them through their controls, but NAVI is just way too respecting Vicious. They give you the control, you push the side, we get the kills. Origami is just here to defend, the first to kill. LKK the first to trade. Neves, look at Neves, is just hot on the lurk. Very fast on this lurk, nobody spotted him yet. And PPZ is just trying to do some damage around the woods, but look at Neves' position. All the players are sandwiched. One is just doing a big lurk on his side, but I don't think it's gonna happen because of the position of Neves. But suddenly, just while we're talking, Navi just kills everybody. They couldn't have waited for him because of the lurk from Juan. And he makes it happen, and Navi are back on board quicker than ever. A 2-1 in favor of Vicious. I mean, 2 rounds on global side is just very big for you as a team.
Yeah, certainly so. There's just a set call out of spawn there from Navi. Take box room's control, have that execution, a late lurk from Juan. It's a couple on his own, but now it's back to short side, and the Vicious have done a very good job in holding back some of these players. JV does get one, and LKK will find another, and there goes LCZ. The A bomb site is open for business. LKK on this late lurk has spotted out Jaleo, he spotted out Origami and done so much damage. He does go down, but it's a valiant attempt from him. C4 should be able to get planted, and now clear advantage goes towards the Brazilians.
Yeah, look at the HPs. Jaleo and Origami both almost the same HP. It's below 30. Holy, even 25 HP on Jaleo. LCZ is trying to take this fight. They know that the players are low, so they want to be taking the fights. The pistol is ready by Juan. No need for the sniper. Even the long range, you just can one bullet him, and this is gonna happen right now. Origami just to fall, and Navi are back. A draw back again. A 2-on-2. A change in the playstyle, and I mean, Ice Cube, he did a very good first 2 rounds. He had some multiple entry frags, but this round in particular, it didn't work out to be very good for the team. And again, Navi is just a team who was testing things out, and now they're back on action. Juan just takes a big damage, half HP, 50 HP, and a fast-paced push around them. Full flashed Ice Cube just falls, and Jeff is still here. He gets one, never trades, never gets that second. Origami finds it. LKK is still alive. The push is still happening from Cat. This is what's happening, and LCZ just flicks and gets one. It's all about this guy, this man, Ice Cube on 1v2. The C4 is gonna be planted, and he has the HP to work with. LKK just want to find the kill, and he gets it in a wall bang, and one more for Navi. 3 in a row without a single reply from Team Vicious.
And there's the explosiveness that you're kind of looking for from Navi, led by JV. An instant bit of aggression over there on Cat. Gets that kill, explodes in. Quan not too far behind from long, but it's a secondary from Neves to slow things down now for Navi. They still want to fight up in short here. AKX, JV, look towards PBZ, and they'll find it. They take significant damage in the process, but they'll be happy that at least they have the 4-on-4 to hold on to.
Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, turns out to be a very good round for the Vicious so far. They have the HP advantage. 2 players are very low HP. They have the cat control. It's quite the same setup that we've seen on the first 2 rounds where they were winning. Probably they're back to the business.
Navi now slow it down a little bit more. His low HP bars will certainly be called into question, but Juan and LCZ, the double sniper setup on the offense, you don't see that too often. Comes alive here. Oh, and LCZ had an opportunity at another. At this point, the name of the game is to stay alive, and he'll bound away from Bridge, try to rejoin with his team. Charge up at Origami here, the lone A defender. Gotta be careful about Jaleo watching him, and he spotted him. Surely wants to wonder where he's gone off to, and yeah, he'll find his man. It's all up to Origami in the 1-on-3. He gets naded, and he gets shredded by the pistol of LCZ. 4 on the trot now for Navi.
Yeah. I mean, this round was looking good for the Vicious. And then it turned out to be a novice round after the double sniper setup that you've mentioned. Just turns out to be very, very effective and well. A 4-2 it is. I mean, Vicious started very good. We said, okay, might be another surprise, might be another close game, and then suddenly Navi just hits 4 rounds in a row. I know it's still very early, but I still think that Navi are just getting into the game. Ice Cube just whiffs the first, trying to get the second. Nobody's to die. The site is completely open for the take. A kill from Ice Cube should have been, but LCZ just double dinks him and gets him out of the picture. Juan just doubles it down on Neves, and it is a 5v3. C4 is about to be planted. And Vicious in a very tough situation.
Certainly so, but at a certain point, we gotta get this bomb down, boys. Start to put the pressure on the Vicious. Do not allow them to get into these box-in kind of scenarios. And there we go, LCZ with that default plant. EBZ still trained in on the window as Jaleo tries to come back in through the bridge. But he's been spotted out by Juan, and that does make this one a difficult retake, to say the least. EBZ continues to take a little bit of damage here, and he'll go down. It's in the timeout being called now from the Vicious, as Origami has also been noted, and he'll fall straight away halfway to set number 1 here for Navi, as they are just trouncing through this offense.
Yeah, I mean, finally the tech timeout is here. We are seeing FC is trying to talk to his teammates, trying to talk to his team. He's trying to set things up, otherwise the game is just gonna slip very quick. It's 5 rounds for Navi. I don't think they need to change anything. Probably, yeah, the first 2 rounds weren't successful. But it's just the first 2 rounds. You're not ready yet. You're not warmed up yet. When you get things ready, you're gonna be hitting the sides, you're gonna be hitting the wins, and this is exactly what Navi is doing now. The Vicious is going to be looking for more aggressive plays. They need to deny some space. They leave the full map for Navi. It was working for the first 2 rounds, but then Navi just suddenly realized that they are wasting some utilities on a control that already Vicious is giving them for free. So they started using these utilities into hitting the sides, and it's starting becoming very, very tough for Vicious to defend this side. Now Vicious, I believe that they're going to be trying to push the bridge control, fake the A side, push the barracks, fake the B side. They need to do something proactive on the map.
Proactive indeed. It's incredibly important to jostle these fast-paced defaults from Navi. Feels like they have a real foothold on how they want to approach Black Widow so far. And they've been rewarded as such with that 5-round spree, as we seem to have come to the conclusion of our timeout. And into that affair for Anatis Vincere. LCZ decides to down for an initial attempt, and yeah, that deep smoke suggests box rooms in a bridge control, and LCZ is also aware of that on his own, so he backs away, he gives over that positioning, and now we say, okay, what do we get back in return now that we've lost that space? And it looks to be the barracks, it looks to be A.
Yeah, and as mentioned, Vicious went for the bridge control just to deny some space for Navi, because Navi, when they are using the controls, when they are using the spaces, they are doing damage, and they need to avoid this. Now, what is the call for Navi? Is it a retake? Yes, it is. All the players are here. Juan is again doing a big lurk. We've seen the Brazilians doing this, but now Origami is in a big situation. He puts the flash on the second, might cost him his life, and exactly this is what's going to be happening, because the players are just taking too long to kill him, and he's still alive. He gets 1 nice cube also from the B window. Gets another. He's trying to fight. LKK just trades it down. And it is all a 3-on-3 after these fights, and Never still baiting on the back of these sewers. I mean, look at his composure. These guys just don't want to move. He's just waiting somebody to go in box room and just backstab him and get this round. And now he takes the fight with JV. JV gets the better out of him. He could have stayed and won the round, but now JDO is on a 1v3.
You talk about the composure of Nevis in that position, he crumbles.
Yeah.
He loses the man and he wants to essentially take his place, but what a tough clutch situation that you leave your teammate in Jaleo in. And you want to talk about cool and collected, it's NAVI that seemingly at every turn understand how to go about situations that aren't even in your favor. I mean, this is a good setup from the Vicious. They get this bridge control and they hold on to it with a pretty nice crossfire, but Ice Cube can't connect on some of these shots. And Nevis, unfortunately, cannot find any refrags. It's long control now being sought after by the Vicious, and they find a couple of solid kills. Origami and Nevis are there. And with that, NAVI, for the first time in a long time, feel undermanned.
Yeah. And now, LCZ just gets one. Trying to make it a second, and look at that. LKK just gets PPZ and Origami just dies to AKX, and all of a sudden...
Oh, come on!
AKX doubles it down, and I mean, NAVI just 7 in a row. No way this is gonna happen. No way this is gonna be clutched by Nevis.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't think so. I mean, 3 players on that B bomb site, everybody necessary to deal with that 2-player push through the box rooms, but it doesn't happen, and LKK on the flank finds a couple. That is 7 rounds on the blacklist side in this first half for NAVI. They are just trouncing through the Vicious on their opponent's map pick. It just feels like they are outclassing the Vicious now, and then some.
Yeah. Now, they're gonna be switching sides now. What we will be expecting from Vicious. I mean, they started good. They had 2 rounds in a row. We were like, okay, might be a close game. Okay, we didn't say that, yes, Vicious is gonna win, but we said we might be a close game. Might be the game that we expect to be going to 10-6, 10-5, 10-7, around that. Then suddenly I still think that it's probably 10-3, 10-2 game. If NAVI continues the action that they're doing, and AKX continues to just turn tables around like what he did. He has 3 kills, 2 of them, one of the most important rounds. He flipped around that was, I mean, Vicious had numbers advantage, and suddenly he just gets 2 kills and puts the advantage into his teammates' favor.
Absolutely. So, this side swap is so important for the Vicious. And they got to start off on the right foot. There's not really much room for error as they look towards this B bomb site. LCZ, JV, the men tasked to hold down this side of the map. There's a late mid section clear here from NAVI, and they'll find that it's pretty much empty. JV's got to hustle back eventually. When does the penny drop for this defense that B is the port of call, and LCZ has got a lot on his plate? It still hasn't seemingly hit them just yet, but LCZ will still find the first. He'll be able to back away, and LKK takes down the lurk. So they know that it's just 3 players remaining on this B bomb site, and they've got themselves a favorable retake situation. Here comes the flash to get them involved. Nevis is completely blinded up by his teammate, but he still finds AKX. Still living to tell the tale, but JV and LKK storm back. It's all up to Origami in the 1-on-4. He finds the first, and he switches over to the pistol to bring it to a 1-on-2. But LCZ, who's been alive for so long, will continue his romp through Black Widow. 12-3, 10 rounds in.
Oh man, look at this. A good push into 1 player on the side only. I mean, we expected, okay, finally, Vicious, they have the right call. But then LCZ gets 1, leaves. LKK just kills the lurker, gets another. And then they suddenly knew that, okay, we have numbers advantage. We need to go back to take the control of the bridge. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very good post plant by the attack. And now JV just denying this bridge, controlled by Vicious, getting 1 kill, adding more damage to these guys. They are very quiet since the first 2 rounds. 8 in a row for a NAVI. And it's much a quieter game than what we've seen from Vitality and GK. Probably this is one of the best games in the tournament, I would say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put any...
It's hard to top that, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is.
I don't think so, even though we're going to be watching finals, but I don't think it's going to be such a game. Roller coaster emotions, Vitality, GK, and then now we wanted to see such a good game also from Navi and Vicious, but Navi's just giving us a good shot, and Juan is just giving us a double kills. Finally, PPZ wanna be replying and gets the 3rd for himself, probably the 4th. Origami is on. AKX with another. Even with the double from PBZ, from the kill from Origami, it is still 1v2. LCZ and AKX is the clutch, and now the C4 is in hands of Origami, and he needs to move to one of the sides. Minute and 10 seconds on the clock, and I think he's choosing a side.
Full belt of util as well, so if he wants that cross smoke, he'll be granted that, but instant gamble from Navi. They've read this like a book. You've got a player in the window, you've got that short rotation as well. LCZ's also swapped to the pistol, so they know he's sub 50 HP. He's a couple of bullets away from death, and a small bit of timing found by Origami. Hold on. Plant comes in. Oh, that nade nearly does the job. 3 HP left for Origami, and I don't think he's realized where that nade has come from. He's finally triangulated the position, but AKX has instantly moved away. I'll go back to the window now.
Oh,
30 seconds left on the clock, and yeah, at this point, if Origami, has still not figured out where AKX is going to become a little bit of a problem. Switches back over to the pistol, but the HP is always going to be an issue. AKX gets himself the 9th round for Navi as they just roll through the Vicious.
2 rounds in a row from Vicious at the beginning of the game, just answered by 9 rounds in a row from Navi. This is too much to ask from them. And now, even though this round was very close, Origami just took a hell of damage with these nades and stayed on a 3 HP, tried to clutch, and now LCZ just adds more to the damage and gets the first blood on Neves. AG.AL trying to find kill. PBZ gets another. One just dies. Double for him. Probably the redemption.
At this point, it's consolation just to stay alive on this map, but still threats rely around every corner. AKX and LKK have been such a potent duo on Black Widow, but now it's just LKK. 13 kills deep, looking for 16 to close out this map. It has no awareness that Origami is right behind him. He spotted it out now, been calmed over, brings it into a 1-on-2, and he'll get one more, but AG.AL extends play just a little bit longer.
Yeah, they hold on to it. I mean, I've seen Navi just trying to kind of push and end the game. I feel him. I get them. They are 8 rounds ahead. 6 rounds ahead, sorry. They have multiple chances to close the game. Yes, we've seen Vitality with 5 rounds deficit, I guess, or 6 rounds deficit, but they still come back, and now, I mean, I don't think Vicious have the things to do it. They don't have the mental, they don't have the aim. Because Nav is just hitting every single shot. Juan is doing a good job as well.
You talk about the individual frags that you want from players like AG.AL, Nevis, Ice Cube. None of them have really been there to step up, and that's been the real issue for the Vicious, is who is that guy that steps up? It can't just be Origami. There's just not a second or third option yet that has made their face known in this series just yet. And Navi, meanwhile, you look at that scoreboard and there's really no weak link. Sure, AKX has been a little slow, but he still found some multis here and there. Now back to the long crawl go the Vicious. They don't have that cross smoke just yet, so an opportunity for Juan to let loose on this sniper. Trained in on this angle. Minute 15 now. And when does that penny drop? When does Vicious want to move into A? One of their last hurrahs here on Black Widow. Elio and Nevis. Origami maybe taking that first contact. The lurk is dead. LKK has cleared that out. They know where this hit is ending up, but Juan misses his shot. And with that, AG.AL will double up. Vicious have an opportunity to plant the bomb. LCZ with the secondary has made it back over the window, but he's losing bodies around him. Sure, damage is being done, but PBZ will find one more. And while this isn't the cleanest end to the series, or map rather, for Navi, the Vicious are getting just a bit of confidence to say, hey, maybe we've still got a foothold in this series. Maybe not in this map yet, but, you know, Eagle Eyes around the corner, maybe we have a shot there.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for them to have a couple of rounds before falling. Not saying that they are definitely going to fall, but even though if they fall, but get
odds are
a couple
stacked
of rounds
against them.
Yeah, because this is going to be trying to build up some momentum for them. I mean, the Navi players are just trying to also calm down, and I mean, they are super chilled right now, unlike the first rounds that we've seen from them. Now a double in a row from Vicious. They got 2 at the beginning of the game and 2 now in a row. So nothing is impossible, and just like that, you see PPZ, which is very good control. This guy is just holding Cat on the global side and pushing Cat on the black side. He knows this angle. He loves it. He knows how to play. And now 3 players around beside. Probably going to be a fake throw side and then a push with the C4 around beside. 2 players are there. If AKX just over-rotates, the round is going to be very, very tough. This nade is going to be doing a little damage on J-Leo. And now the fake is going to be starting.
Yeah, cat execution being at least a flash and smoke being tossed in. But the door smoke on B should suggest to Navi that this B bomb site should still be under threat. And LCZ finding that should make things a little easier. And PBZ drops down to the spawn. He gets taken out by AKX. It's JV to go 1-for-1. AKX still in the area. Still has the time, and he's got a little bit of a gap to find one more. But Nevis on the pistol. Beautiful work there from him to equalize things. And this 2-on-2 favors the Blacklist side. You'd like to think that Nate is pretty solid to do some chip damage onto Nevis, but it's still that even keel at the end of round 14. LCZ and Juan, the 2 snipers, join hands here on bridge. They clear out the back lanes. Smoke for the window, or just a flash rather. Flash in. Smoke now for the doors, as Nevis actually plays behind it. And LCZ's found a death that he wasn't necessarily expecting, and Nevis is there for the second. So yet another racked up for the Vicious. Still 4 rounds needed to pull it into overtime. Slowly gaining confidence, but still a very distant journey ahead of them.
Yeah, from 9-2 to 9-5, 3 in a row. That needs 4 more to make them into the overtime. Ice Cube with the AL on control now. He knows that nobody from Navi is there. And Navi, they're just trying to play very, very passive. They're playing on the sides. They're not taking any controls. No risks needed. They already get theirs. And Navi is still testing, checking where the push can be. The smoke's on Cat. The smoke's gonna fade and end without any single control coming out from Vicious. This is good for them because they are wasting time. LCZ is just taking some damage by the wall bank. Lineup is here, but it's not a thing to talk about right now. And still, I mean, Navi, they are trying to let them get into the sides, because if you go and try to take the controls, it's a 50-55. Probably you're gonna whiff, they're gonna have a crazy shots, or maybe they line 2 players. They still have the variety of doing it, but from 9-5, 9-6, if it happened, if they want the 9-6, it's over, it's 9-9. The curse is gonna be occurring. We've seen it multiple times, we've seen it a couple of times, we've seen it versus Anubis, versus GK, and some other games as well. That's why I'm saying if they need to close it, they probably need to play close on sites, as we can see. A site is kind of weak for Navi, but a B side choose from Vicious is on the take.
Mid door smoke tossed in, but there's still a 3-player lean over here to B, at least temporarily. That one smoke has actually caused a rotation for LCZ back into A. Deep smoke on Cat. Decent nade onto LKK from Nevis. And it's a pullback, actually. A minute left on this clock. And Origami has found himself some short space, so the Vicious now all of a sudden decide to reorganize and right back into the waiting arms of 3 defensive players here on the A site. But now JV is getting a little antsy. He moves back in the mid and he's got a fast flank. I don't know if he's actually spotted any of these players, just that it's a matter of timing. He hears Nevis, or he at least spots him. He wants to confirm that kill at the very least, and he will. So that lurk is down, but J-Leo has still found a key opener onto Juan. 15 seconds left on this clock, as J-Leo will have to hold strong. Same goes for PBZ. LKK with the trade. We stay in a 3-on-3 even kill. LCZ with the secondary. 14 kills to his name, goes charging in. Baits for AKX. And they'll find yet another even trade. Now Origami's been spotted off the Cat. They know that PBZ's been around this area. Here comes the flank from LKK. You'd like to see him find a little bit of impact, but he can't. Jumping in, it's all onto AKX. The tap is through, trying to bait out PBZ, but PBZ isn't biting at all. PBZ just wins this round all by his lonesome, and that's a real confidence builder right there.
Yeah, and now the 9-6 curse is about to happen. If they lose, we go to overtime. Or probably Navi just gonna end it. We haven't seen Navi pulling their time out, I guess. It's 4 in a row in favor of the Vicious, and now JV takes a lot of damage. Probably going to be 5 in a row. And it's the comeback day for the teams, and now NAVI, they are having slight disadvantage, or let's say an HP disadvantage, which can make them a bit worried about this round. And I mean, Origami is having a very good day as well. Leo, we expected more from him because we've seen him doing very good job on this map versus Anubis on the comeback that they did. Probably this is the team that usually loves the comebacks because it was the same map and they did the same comeback versus Anubis, but now it is versus NAVI, probably a stronger team on the line. Or maybe you're gonna be finding LKK just gets 3 out of nowhere, or Juan just gets a double and ends the game. And now LCZ is trying to get the information. Now he has 2 players. He's trying to swing. He takes leg shot. Another HP advantage for Vicious. This round surely is going for Vicious.
Well, they've got all the advantages in their favor. Other than map control, NAVI still have themselves some short space. JV a bit aggressive there. And the Vicious decide to back away. They decide to move into the barracks, into that A site from long. And that means Juan and LCZ can play at range with their snipers. Ice Cube will not be involved in these initial duels. Minute left on this clock. No real opportunity for this C4 to move all the way back over to B. It seems like this first letter of the alphabet is the final destination. Ice Cube scopes up, searching for something over on short, but it'll not come. It's LCZ, it's Juan, it's JV. But they will make that rotation. They do indeed. As Nevis has got himself some bridge space. And this fake really does sell them down the river. JV will start to make a slow rotation, but it won't happen. AKX and LKK, the tried and true duo on B, have got to hold strong. Here comes AKX with the first. LKK chimes in. JV cuts off a lurk. And it's all up to Nevis and Origami here. They've tried their hardest to pull this one back, but it feels like their time has run out unless Origami can pull a rabbit out of the hat. 2 kills from him, denied by Juan. And it's into the 2-on-1. Nevis, positive in this map. 4 seconds left on the clock. They just got to charge him, deny the plant, and it will come through. It takes a little bit of time there for NAVI, but at the end of the day, they were a cut above what this side of the Vicious have produced.
Yeah, I mean, I said we can have some kind of crazy kills from LKK. Got 1, did a big damage on another, and then suddenly Origami just comes from mid, kills 2. I don't know why he came back to mid. He just could have took the knife, pushed to the side, and made it a 2-for-2 after it was a 4-on-2 on NAVI. Now probably they are upset. We haven't seen an over celebration because we've seen, yeah, they are coming here as a favorite, and they kinda almost lost 4 in a row. And they could have also made it over time if they lose a couple more the same way they did, because Vicious, they gave us a good blacklist side.
They really showed me a lot of good stuff here, Dan.
Yeah, a late fight back from the Vicious, just as we saw yesterday, but sadly, they gave themselves a little bit too much to do against NAVI here, who looked comfortable throughout. There was always that worry, you know, when you get to 9, and we've seen it happen far too many times this tournament, of the dreaded number that is 9, but NAVI eventually convert. It will settle those nerves, and then the dominant force that we expected should now carry on, you'd think, going into map 2, especially considering this was Vicious's map choice. Sadly, though, for Vicious, now they're going to really have to dig deep to try and find something different going into the second. I'd love to ask you now kind of what went wrong, what went right, but I think it was just a pretty simple one for NAVI. They were winning this just outright on gun skill for the most part. Were winning a lot of their engagements, a lot of their 1v1 trades were going in their favor as well. Yeah. Do we think that maybe the late fight back we saw from Vicious can transition into map 2 at all?
Let me tell you that NAVI, by the way, when they got 9, or probably when they got 8, they kind of slowed down things. They don't want to be on the stretches because, yes, their opponent or the next opponent going to be watching. They're going to be seeing them. So they didn't want to burn some stretches. What they did is, okay, let's slow down things. Let's try to play with experience. Let's try to play with rotation. Let's just hit the sides, or probably just play very, very passive. Just leave the control for the Vicious. We're gonna get the rounds anyway. So that's why you've seen Vicious just hitting multiple rounds. So yes, that's what I said. If Vicious even loses this map and they got a couple of rounds before, it's good to transition this momentum into the next map.
You've got players that are now gaining a little bit of momentum themselves. Origami had a couple of moments. Nevis, Jaleo. I still need more out of Ice Cube. I will say there's so much opportunity and potential with this guy. He's putting himself in the right positions, but so many almost kills, right? You think about that final round that they lose, or the second to last round that they win, where it's a couple of leg shots there from him, and it just isn't, you know, actually converting. Exactly. And that's my worry with this squad, is if you don't have your sniper on full effect, especially on Eagle Eye, we can't stress that enough, this series is going to be over very quickly.
Will this series come to a close after 2, or can we go all the way to a 3rd? Before we get there, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we will have map 2. Can Na'Vi carry on their dominance? We'll find out after this.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
Welcome back, everyone, to CROSSFIRE EWC 2026, and we are amidst another series. It is a 1-0 lead at the moment for Na'Vi. Can we see the Vicious come back into it, or will it end up being a Na'Vi 2-0, sending themselves into the quarterfinals? Only time will tell, and we are very close to being there into map 2. We are heading into Eagle Eye, if I am correct. Scriv's still happy backstage. Sadly, he might miss all the Eagle Eye action happening on our stage. All right, talk me through it. Do you think this is going to be a comfortable one for Na'Vi? Have they done enough to show you that going into their map pick, they should be able to close this out in 2?
I guess so. I mean, we've played very good on Black Widow, yes, but when it goes to Eagle-Eye, it's more close corners, it requires more team-wise, and I think in terms of team-wise, this is gonna be definitely Navi.
There are individual aspects to this map too, though. I'm looking at the snipers. I look at LCZ and Juan. They have been a cut above Nevis and Ice Cube. That alone, that 2-on-2 alone, I feel very strongly that Navi should get this done right here, right now.
On the other side for the Vicious, though, is there any hope on that side? Maybe an individual you think could step up and be the difference maker?
I mean, it's Ice Cube. It should be Ice Cube. If anybody should be getting this, it should be Ice Cube, I believe.
Yeah, and for me, I feel like it's got to be Ice Cube for one, and it's got to be Nevis for two. I know I mentioned these two players, but Eagle-Eye just has so much dependency, especially on the defensive side of the coin, to have strong sniper play. I mean, we're talking those long perches, those long lines deep into spawns on both sides of the equation. So for me, I'm looking at them 110%.
I do worry if there could be some overconfidence from Navi going into this one.
Certainly.
Now as well, I know that a few of the Brazilian teams that we've seen so far, after they get that first map win, they do start to relax a little bit. So I'm hoping that Navi will be on their P's and Q's and they won't allow this one to slip through their fingers. The last thing you want to do is give the Vicious a chance back in. If you give them an inch, they will definitely take a mile. We saw that yesterday against Anubis as well. Navi will be well aware of that. So they have to come out of the blocks hot here, and they cannot afford to allow Vicious any sort of interest into this second map. It is going to be Eagle-Eye. It is going to be Scriv's favorite, but sadly, Scriv not going to be here to commentate it. All right, predictions, boys. Who do we think's taking this one? And what's the scoreline going to be?
I'm thinking 13-6 for Navi. I feel like Penguin. Do you feel any different?
Yeah, it's gonna be the Navi's. Probably 10-5, 10-6.
Well, 13-6, 13-5. We'll have to see whether these guys are right, but one thing we know, Navi are looking good. Let's jump into Eagle-Eye.
Defensive start here for Nodus Vincere. One map away from playoffs, one map away from crushing the key and the dreams of the Vicious, who have done very well to slog their way into this decider matchup after such a grueling night yesterday against Anubis. And we saw how dominant Anubis was on this map. It came down to Dirty, it came down to Muffin, who had some incredible sequences. And you have to think that the Vicious have gone into their tape and tried to improve upon what they had before, because yesterday's Eagle-Eye will simply not cut it now.
Yeah. And now they're gonna be going hot to the take. Look at this. A push into a side. The C4 is getting led. LCZ just gets the first. It was just a sort of a fake because the push is around the side. The C4 is already dropped. Sorry, around the side. The fake was around the side, and the C4 is already dropped before even stepping to the hotel. That gives Navi just a little bit of advantage, but they decide to back off and leave it. They have numbers advantage, no need to risk. And in my opinion, that's the best call, especially that it is still 1 minute in the game and anything can happen. Anybody can just rotate. And still, AG.AL trying to find success on this lurk, I would say. He's not starting to lurk, he's not starting to flank. But the fight is starting on the tail. SCZ just takes a lot of damage. He's trying to go back for the fight, but he's waiting for AKX, who gets the first. Wanna double it down, but look at the other player coming up from the stairs. He gets 1 and 2. AKX is the one to claim the kill, and LKK is just to close the round and the first for Navi. A successful win, I would say, and now Navi, they look sharp and strong.
Yeah, that opening kill is nice from LCZ, but it's how they compound the pain here. Sure, LCC goes down eventually, but it's this crossfire between AKX and JV that combine into play straight away, and now the Vicious, probably the worst way you could have started out this second map. With such a dominant affair from the Global Risk side, AKX going aggressive here in the hotel, trying to catch PBZ off guard, but it's just some auxiliary damage. He'll definitely feel that nade. And now it's time for Vicious to get a little bit more aggressive here, trying to split into B. They do lose quite a number of bodies though. Still have themselves a man disadvantage. And now Nevis will also hit the deck. This is just almost moments from Vicious, but no cigar.
Yeah. Clean, easy round by Navi. Is gonna put more damage now. JV with this lurk just gets PPZ with the backstab. makes it all on Ice Cube, who quick scoops him and takes him out of the picture. And now, I mean, 2 low HP players can be doable, but as I say, one of them just gets him in an off angle, just China walks these steps and gets the kill. Now, it is a 2-0 lead on Navi. I'm starting to get worried about Vicious because they made us think that, okay, they might be having a first 2-3 rounds in a good way, but this is not happening now. AKX is just swinging completely behind the bin, just going up, get the kill. Neves is out of the picture. We've asked Neves to step up, but he's been unlucky on these duels. It's always someone in his face, someone is trading him. And it is a 5-on-4 now. Ice Cube's trying to find some success. But still, I think it's going to be hard because Juan is just playing so defensive. He's stuck in his head, going up and down. But as I say, Ice Cube just snaps Juan. And the mistakes are done. The damage is also done. And Navi loses one of the most important A-side holders.
Absolutely agree there. JV spotted out. Can't confirm the kill. Doesn't lose a life either, though, so J-Leo will surge forward. And this is it. A flank coming in from AKX as quickly as possible, though, and it's been spotted up by Ice Cube. So a chance here for NAVI to drop their first round. And it's all up to LCZ in a 1-on-3. His teammates have done some significant damage. Oh, and he's not figured out that J-Leo's right under his crosshairs, so it'll go for the Vicious side. It's not the cleanest round strategically or individually, but hey, it gets the job done. Yeah. They're off the mark regardless.
Yeah, it is a round for them. Call it a round. Just close it out. And now, I mean, Navi's, they kind of played aggressive. They had numbers advantage, and then we seen Juan just doing an unnecessary peek on the side and then dies to Ice Cube. Opened the site for them. Now look at this. A complete slow gameplay. They're just a mid. They didn't take any control. They don't want to be getting any information. The smokes are ready on B side. I mean, the Q smokes is coming. That's the second. That means that if Vicious want to be hitting B side, they need to be waiting for these smokes at least 30 more seconds and to hit the side on 120. But I don't think this is going to happen because the C4 is still in base and Ice Cube is just trying to work. As we mentioned, if anybody's going to do some work, it's going to be Ice Cube. This guy is just trying to find kills, trying to find angles. And Juan just want to eliminate him down. And this smoke is going to make Vicious just go away. It is a deep smoke. Nobody's behind. But still can do some delay in the push.
Keep smoking the courtyard now. Flashing J-Leo's face. This crossfire has been good. Oh, real overzealous there from LCZ. Kind of oversteps the mark. Lucky to be alive, mind you. And JV instead, in the meantime, has gone down in the courtyard. So a lot of pressure on AKX here in the hotel. Still a lot of options for the Vicious, and they've not really settled on one idea. Eventually got to congregate and hit a site. And look towards at least taking some mid space, maybe splitting into this A site. LCZ and AKX should have an understanding of what's going on here over on B. No noise to really keep them around. So now it goes to Juan and it goes to LKK here on the rifles. And a rotation here from AKX coming in slowly but surely. Juan can now get primed. Oh, what a flick onto his counterpart. Huge kill onto Ice Cube, and LKK now letting loose. Big double for him. J-Leo and Neves now up against it, and J-Leo with a double out of nowhere. 15 seconds now. LCZ, the secondary, now having to step up to the plate. Didn't spot out a body just yet. Maybe a little bit of a shoulder here and there on the window. Oh my goodness. The bomb should be denied. And it just does. He lives just in the nick of time, and Navi scooped together one more right by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, man, and you've seen the reactions. He was like tucking his head and he's trying to run for his life and for the round. And yes, he does. The round just goes for Navi because he stopped the plant. It was unfortunate plant in my opinion, but look at this, a push from them. Origami just answers with one. He was full blind, took the nade, but yet got one kill. Now, Navi, they are facing numbers disadvantage, but still they have a long or a big space to work on with. Mid, A long, they're all under the control, and the B side is just There's also to take a good smoke coming out from Juan now just to slow things down, and LKK just want to try to go aggressive. PBZ doesn't have any idea. LKK just don't see PBZ on the corner. He just doesn't see him, and I guess PBZ also, he didn't see that LKK just pushed into BC, and so both unfortunate for them. And now they're gonna be backing off this mid and leaving it open to the NAVI, to the Vicious to retake. And as I talk, JV just gets Origami. Origami was very low HP, but LKK is just playing aggressive and gets one more kill. And suddenly LCZ is behind two players. He gets one, and PBZ is on side. Gets LKK, but look at that. It's 3-on-2, and Nevis is just trying to find LCZ. Because LCZ was pushing so hard, and he's still going.
I thought he saw him there, but I guess not. He's still going to continue this flank. So he's got plenty of room. Nevis is watching this, though. Oh, my goodness. The timing could not be worse for both of these players. Yeah. Finally, Nevis has been spotted. We try to duel. PBZ holding on to another back lane here, but neither one of these players on the offense willing to get the C4 down. Now decided to join hands instead and try to get rid of LCZ, give themselves a little bit more space, and LCZ refusing to give away his body. Instead it'll be Juan and JV to charge forward to try and overwhelm PBZ, and they absolutely do. Nevis now cowering in the back of A, hoping to get something back in his favor, but it won't happen. JV will find the final nail in the coffin of that round, and 4 rounds now for Not As Fair.
Yeah. 4 rounds in a row. Not in a row, 3 in a row. Because Vicious got 1 in return, and now... Navi's just giving us a very good game, but still Vicious, I think they have more, because we've seen it on Black Widow, and look at this, a fast B push, changing the pace of the game, changing the speed of the push, but PBZ in return just takes a lot of damage. He has the C4, by the way, so it's very risky for him to push this, and exactly as I talk, he just falls to AKX spray down, and they have a numbers advantage and also a drop down C4. They pick it up in the smoke, and AKX is playing in one of the sneakiest angles now. This is a 5-on-4 with, I don't want to say a control in favor of Vicious, because there is still AKX in this angle, and there is Ice Cube sneaking below, and now AKX just gets one, JFA gets another, and AKX is just looking for Nevis, but Nevis just gets him down, and he died. He fought his death because he did a lot of damage, and in the end, JV just ends the round with a kill on the Nevis. What a way to kill. AKX didn't count as a kill for him, by the way, because he just fought his death. Pretty much unlucky for him, and now Navi are up 5-1, and they are only 5 rounds away from making it into the playoffs.
At this point, KD doesn't matter for these guys on Navi. They just want to crush a key. Eyes set on the playoffs. They've been locked in, not as loud as they usually are, because they've got a mission in mind. LKK starts off the proceedings once again. Big 5-on-4 to find JV now chiming in. The rotations coming in through from the riflers. As LKK, AKX, JV, the riflers sing the life, but it isn't the Juan show. It's more of these riflers who have done such a strong job in closing out Black Widow, and now looking to close out Eagle-Eye as well. This has been domination from the Brazilians.
Yeah. A complete dominant performance. Round just ended quickly, and now look at the push mid. Nobody knows about it, and now Jalio needs to run for his life because he's being just tracked by AKX. He's looking for him. Jalio has nothing to turn back, and a sudden flawless round. I didn't focus on who's killing who. I just wanted to check this fight because he was just running after him, and Jalio had no clue that this guy was already behind him. And then he gets the kill, gets around the flawless one, and just Navi's having fun. And probably one of the easiest and quickest games in their international career. And now they're going to be moving forward to the last one before the side switch. They would be happy to have an 8-1. And LCZ just replies with a wall bank kill on PBZ.
I think that's through a smoke as well. That's got to be insult to injury to PBZ, who's had a nightmare of a game. Not able to ever breach in a hotel without losing his life, or even finding a kill before he goes down. And now the Vicious, yeah, you've got this advanced blue bin position, or blue door position rather. And you do have a kill back from Ice Cube, but where do you go now if you're the Vicious? Maybe this A bomb site. You do have Juan isolated. JV is pretty far away. Oh, Nevis has been spotted though. Takes the tag. Galio still kicking, cooking with gas in the courtyard, trying to hold strong. He's got a teammate right next to him to try and trade, but Origami's not been able to find out AKX. AKX still living to tell the tale. Finally Origami goes down, but LCZ has been chiming in. Juan switches over to the pistol. It's just Ice Cube, and Navi just look to cruise towards playoffs. Put all of that nonsense of Black Widow to rest and crush a key in the process.
Holy man, this round was just so worrying. I mean, Origami was just trying his best to get this kill, but it took him along that LCZ just arrived and get the kill. And Juan in the end just got a sweet double to end it on a win. And now we are seeing Navi just ahead 7 rounds. This is even better score than the first one. Yes, of course, is quite understandable because this is their map pick. This is the one that they chose to win at, and we are seeing them doing so. 8-1 lead, and now Vish is going to be on the global side. No crazy plays from them, and Nate. Now LCZ is just taking this whole control, just denying any space for Vicious. I mean, Vicious are not even trying to take this space. They're just trying to play very slow and passive, and this is exactly what they're doing. They're stacking smokes on B side, they're playing on sides, they are hoping for the best, they are hoping for a miracle, probably to come back in this game or come back in this series.
A huge problem for the defense for the Vicious in series past is the over-aggression from Jaleo, and it already seems like LKK is aware of this possibility, watching it like a hawk at this point. Still so much courtyard control for Navi, and decide to move back in. Join hands to maybe re-clear this B space, and yep. There's Jaleo, going as aggressive as ever, and he's caught out in the open, trying to back away instantaneously. He'll nade deep, won't be found, and he still decides to stick around here because he's got Nevis in support. The big kill on Juan. 5-on-4 now, and AKX will look to respond in kind. LKK now going aggressive into the blue doors, trying to charge in at Origami, but it's a split into A that has been read by the Vicious. They've got 5 players here. They should be able to confirm this round very simply. LCZ, though, and JV want to write something a little bit longer. Root in for JV into this B bomb site. He's getting chased down by the remaining 3 players and doesn't necessarily have the space and time to do this and wait behind the boxes. This feels like a matter of time now before the Vicious get back involved, get that second round on the board, try to go streaking themselves. 10 seconds now as JV will be wall banged out of the round. So
yeah,
a nice consolation for the Vicious, but 6 rounds to tie it. And what, 7, 8 rounds now needed to push a third map?
And then you have a third map. So chances are low, close to impossible, but never say never. So now Navi, they're just trying to fasten things up, try to take the hotel control, and now they kind of have it, and they need to push through the scope of Nevis. Otherwise, it's gonna be very tough. 8-2. Another smoke, and just look at Navi. They're just respecting Vicious completely, and I like it. They don't want to be giving themselves again another chances for comeback, because we've almost seen it on the past game. But right now, right here, I don't think it's gonna happen. So it's all about time. JDO trying to push. JV was ready. One of them was anti-flash. They were ready for such a push. They done their homework. They know that this sometimes does this aggressive play, and they counter it. And now they found themselves 1 man down. Look at this push from on the bridge, but Origami is ready. If he's flashed, he's
beautiful.
dead. And he is flashed, and he and Nevis are dead.
Incredibly one-dimensional setup from the Vicious, and it's been studied very well by the coaching staff of Navi. Now they have themselves a ripe opportunity to inch towards series point. 4-on-2. LCZ with this late lurk. He knows where PBZ is. They've heard the shot ring out from Ice Cube, and he's been taken down to sub 10 HP, and he'll go down. It's 7 opportunities now for Natus Vincere to advance into the playoffs, keep their club championship hopes alive. It's going to be a long road now for the Vicious to stay alive in their regard as well.
Yeah. The key's getting ready to be crushed. Only 1 round for Navi. I mean, and to secure the whole series. And look at the push from Vicious. It is successful so far. And Ice Cube just doubles it down. All on Juan and LCZ. But look at LCZ. He has the side. He has the C4. That's probably not going to do anything because a 1v4, this is a fully aggressive team, is going to be too tough. Especially that also there is a TRG in hands. So it's a matter of time for him to fall on this round and to keep Vicious dreams alive. 1 more round on the board for them is here and ready for the take. I mean, LCZ is just looking for anybody, but nobody's just giving in the kill until Urigami just snaps him out. Gets the kill, gets the round. 9-3. They are still here.
Still alive, still kicking. Actually, I take that back. I don't necessarily know if they're kicking, but
They're alive.
they're alive.
Yeah, but not kicking.
6 rounds still needed now. A gimmicky play with an all-out aggressive maneuver into the courtyard isn't going to necessarily work 6 times in a row, so... And it's back to that old faithful setup over there on B as Navi look to throw men at that courtyard situation. Will deny that early control from the defense. Decide to instantly move over to this A-sided approach. Ice Cube has had basically the only beacon of a fragging performance. Will have to do a lot more now. PBZ here in for the rotation. Ice Cube's not been blinded up entirely, but Juan still wins the duel. Jaleo here on a flank, but Juan still is cooking with gas. Quick double up from him. And a 4-on-3 for Navi to convert into eliminating the Vicious, and it's 3 players coming from behind now. Juan's got plenty of information at this point. He's misses the flick, but he doesn't miss with the secondary. Juan on for the ace now at this point. It's just Nevis, but LCZ will get it done. Clean as you'd like here from Natus Vincere as they march through to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, the cleanest way, probably the fastest series we've ever casted. Probably in the game as well. I mean, the tournament as well, because it's a 40